I'm Lynne MacTavish. I'm a private rhino owner and operations manager on a reserve in South Africa. We've had rhino here since 1995, and in 2014 tragedy struck and we lost 5 of our rhino to poachers. This was probably the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to myself and the other people that work here, and we had to make the very difficult decision to dehorn our rhinos. It was nothing we ever wanted to do or even considered doing, but on that day when I saw the mutilated faces of our rhino that had been poached, the decision was made for me.
There's a lot of controversy between dehorning and horn trimming. So people tend to call it horn trimming now because people say dehorning is taking the horn off, which we actually do, but they connect it to cattle dehorning where there's a lot of blood and stuff going on in adult cattle, which is not the case in rhinos. Use a drug called dehorning, which we give directly intravenously once the rhino is down, and that counteracts these respiratory suppressing effects a little bit. You'll see normally we mark it as about 4 fingers from where the horn and the skin meets one another. About 4 fingers from there, that's where your growth plate stops. If you do it correctly, there's no detrimental effect to the animal. It's not painful at all. It's like clipping your nails because you're above the growth plate. So there's no bleeding. You can see that there's no nerve ends that's stimulated or anything. And then we do shape it around, and it's a lot easier for it to regrow normally back out again. So
we didn't want to be irresponsible in just trimming their horns, so we have, through the Earthwatch Institute, we've conducted a 3-year research project looking at the impacts of trimming the horns. How does it affect their behavior, their reproduction, social, foraging, everything, and we found absolutely no negative impacts.
After the procedure is done, we wake them up with a drug called naltrexone, which is a complete antagonist. And after they're up, 2 to 3 minutes, they're fully awake, they're happy.
A horn is worth about $250,000. So if you leave it on a rhino, you're signing its death warrant, and that is a decision that I regret until I die, that I never dehorned them sooner, because they would still be alive if I had.
To trim the horns or dehorn the animals, you definitely buy time. It is a deterrent. It's not to say it's the begin all and end all, and if you dehorn your rhinos, they will never get poached. But it gives you time as a lodge or a reserve owner or a rhino owner, that you can focus attention on other stuff as well.
Sadly, there's less than 4,000 black rhino and less than 20,000 white. They are on the path to extinction, so we have to consider every possible way of saving them. Since we have trimmed their horns and removed that risk, we've also strengthened our anti-poaching unit. So the combination of both has thankfully kept our rhinos safe since 2014. My hope is one day the rhinos can walk around with their horns again, but until then we have to fight and do whatever we can to save the few remaining rhinos.